The boat engine gave out, right in the middle of a glacier-fed fjord. For a moment, the world was silent. No hum of motors, no voices, just the echo of water lapping against towering walls of ice. The air was sharp, the kind that makes every breath feel alive. Icebergs drifted slowly, as if they had all the time in the world. My heartbeat became the only rhythm. This is Norway, where nature doesn't ask for attention. It takes it. Where even stillness feels larger than life. Welcome back to Jorvel. If you're new here, this is where travel meets storytelling. Every episode brings you closer to the destinations you've been dreaming of, or maybe the ones you haven't even thought of yet. Today, we're heading north to Norway. This isn't a simple checklist of tourist stops. It's a journey through fjords, cities, cliffs, and culture, designed to help you plan, dream, and experience each place in a way that feels real. By the end, you'll know where to go, what to eat, and how to make the most of your trip. Norway is a land of extremes. In the north, the sky comes alive with the northern lights, turning long winter nights into glowing shows of color. In the west, fjords cut deep into the earth, with waterfalls tumbling down granite cliffs. To the south, beaches and mild summers invite slower days by the water. Its cities are no less impressive. Oslo's modern edge, Bergen's harbor charm, and Tromsø's Arctic heartbeat. Whether you want adventure or calm, Norway stretches between both. It's not about one highlight, but how every corner feels like a story of its own. Before we set off on this countdown of the top 12 places to visit, let me ask a quick favor. Hit the like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth sharing. Subscribe if you love discovering new places, because we release fresh travel guides every week. And if you enjoy watching while planning your next trip, saving this video can keep it handy. Every bit of support helps Jorvel grow and reach more travelers like you. As we go through this list, I want to hear from you. Which of these destinations would you visit first? Would it be the cliffs of Senja, the northern edge of Europe at Nordkapp, or maybe the quiet charm of a village like Undredal? Drop your pick in the comments. Your answer might inspire another traveler watching this. Now, let's get started with number 12. Norway is one of those rare countries where raw nature and modern living exist side by side. On one hand, you'll find fjords stretching deep into the land, glaciers that still shape the terrain, and mountains that rise like walls along the horizon. On the other, you'll step into cities that feel forward-looking and innovative. Oslo, with its sleek opera house and vibrant waterfront, shows the country's modern spirit. Bergen brings you closer to history with its colorful harbor and cobblestone lanes. Tromsø places you right inside the Arctic Circle, balancing cultural events with northern adventures. This blend gives travelers the best of both worlds, untouched wilderness for exploration and cities rich with culture, food, and design. Norway doesn't limit travel to a single season. In winter, you can chase the northern lights across the Arctic sky or ski on world-class slopes. Spring brings valleys bursting with green while rivers race with melted snow. Summer is perfect for hiking across trails like Bergen Ridge or cruising through fjords under the midnight sun. By autumn, the forests and hillsides turn into a canvas of color, while tourist crowds thin out, leaving the country quieter but just as stunning. Each season transforms the landscape and changes the way you experience the country. No matter when you arrive, there's something extraordinary waiting. Whether it's an outdoor adventure, cultural festival, or simply the rhythm of life in its towns. What makes Norway stand out among European destinations is the scale and variety of its offerings. While many countries deliver either rich history or natural beauty, Norway offers both in abundance. Its fjords are among the most dramatic landscapes on Earth, drawing travelers who want to see scenery found nowhere else. At the same time, its commitment to sustainability, clean cities, and warm hospitality makes it easy to explore. The culture feels both deeply rooted in tradition and open to the world, giving visitors a sense of authenticity without feeling closed off. Add to that its reputation for safety, reliable transportation, and English widely spoken, and Norway becomes a country that balances adventure with comfort. It's a destination where every traveler, families, solo explorers or couples, find something unforgettable. Capital, currency, language, driving side, and safety. Norway's capital is Oslo, a clean and forward-thinking city known for its green spaces, museums, and modern harbour district. It's not only the country's largest city but also the cultural and economic hub. Travellers arriving in Oslo will find a mix of contemporary buildings, historical sites, and a growing food scene. The official currency used across the country is the Norwegian krone, NOK. It's recommended to carry a small amount of cash, especially when visiting remote areas. But card payments are widely accepted even in rural shops and transport stations. The official language is Norwegian, though English is spoken fluently by most Norwegians, especially in urban centres and tourist zones, making communication smooth for international travellers. When driving, Norway follows the right-hand traffic system. Roads are well maintained, but speed limits are strictly enforced. Most rental cars are automatic, and seatbelts are mandatory for all passengers. As for safety, Norway consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world. Whether you're walking alone in Oslo at night or hiking a trail far up north, crime is low, and locals are known to be respectful and helpful. Best times to visit. Norway is a country that offers something unique in every season, so the best time to visit depends on the experience you're looking for. From May to September, the weather is mild and ideal for hiking, road trips, and exploring cities. This is also when the midnight sun can be experienced above the Arctic Circle, giving you extended daylight for outdoor activities. June through August is high season, with festivals, open mountain trails, and fjord cruises operating at full swing. For those interested in seeing the northern lights, the best time to visit is February to March, when the skies are darkest and clearest in the north. Autumn, September to November, is less crowded, with rich colors covering the countryside and great opportunities for photography. Winter, December to February, is perfect for skiing, dog sledding, and visiting the Arctic towns. Christmas markets, snow-covered cities, and cozy lodges offer an entirely different experience during the colder months. Each season brings its own flavor. Whether you prefer active days in nature, cultural events, or peaceful evenings under a glowing sky. Visa requirements. Before booking a trip to Norway, it's important to understand the entry rules. Norway is part of the Schengen area, which includes most of Europe's travel-friendly countries. For travelers from many countries, including the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK, short visits, up to 90 days within a 180-day period, do not require a visa. However, travelers must have a passport valid for at least 3 months beyond their planned departure date. For citizens of countries outside the visa-exempt list, a Schengen visa will be needed, which must be applied for in advance through a Norwegian embassy or consulate. It's also essential to have travel insurance that covers emergencies for the duration of your stay. Although immigration officers may not ask, proof of accommodation, sufficient funds, and a return ticket can be requested at the border. Those planning longer stays, work trips, or studies will need to apply for the appropriate long-term permits. It's wise to double-check the current requirements with an official embassy site before travel, as rules may change based on global conditions or agreements. Safety level and travel ease. Norway is frequently listed among the safest destinations for travelers. Whether you're visiting as a solo explorer, family, or group, the overall environment is peaceful and secure. Violent crime is rare, and petty crime like pickpocketing is far less common than in many other European cities. Public areas are clean, well monitored, and locals are generally respectful of privacy and space. If you're using public transportation, buses, trains, and ferries are reliable, punctual, and clearly labeled. Routes are easy to navigate, and most ticketing machines offer English options. For road travel, highways and rural roads are in excellent condition. Digital maps work well, and GPS is reliable across most of the country, even in mountainous areas. Norway's infrastructure is built for comfort. High-speed rail links, scenic ferry routes, and efficient domestic flights make it easy to move between regions. Additionally, health services are top-tier, and emergency response systems are fast and professional. Travelers with mobility needs will find many accommodations, stations and attractions equipped with ramps or lifts. All of these factors combine to make Norway not only beautiful, but also one of the most traveler-friendly countries in Europe. Seasonal guide. Winter, northern lights, skiing, Arctic tours. Winter in Norway is more than snow. It's a time when the natural world becomes a spectacle. From late November to early March, the skies in northern regions turn into a stage for the aurora borealis, dancing silently across long Arctic nights. Towns like Tromsø, Alta, and Kirkenes become prime spots for northern lights hunters. These regions offer guided tours that take you into the darker, open landscapes, away from light pollution, increasing your chances of seeing the phenomenon. But winter isn't only about the sky. On the ground, Norway transforms into a playground for snow activities. In Lillehammer and Hemsedal, you'll find some of the best skiing and snowboarding opportunities in Europe, ranging from beginner slopes to steep alpine runs. Cross-country skiing is also a local favorite, with trails stretching across open valleys and forests. For a deeper experience, you can join dog sledding or snowmobile tours, giving you a chance to ride through frozen wilderness and visit reindeer farms. Arctic cruises run shorter itineraries during this season, showing a very different side of Norway's coastline, blanketed in white and lined with frozen waterfalls. Whether you're chasing lights, carving down slopes, or warming up in a wood cabin, after an outdoor adventure, Norway in winter is unforgettable. Spring, blooming valleys and fewer tourists. Spring in Norway is a time of change. As the snow melts, rivers rush, waterfalls grow stronger, and green slowly returns to the landscape. From March to May, travelers who visit during these months get to see the country wake up. In the South Valleys, like those in Telemark or Gudbrandsdalen, begin to bloom with wildflowers and new crops. The days get longer, the air gets warmer, and hiking trails begin to reopen. This season is perfect for travelers who want to explore without the crowds. Since spring is just before the summer rush, you'll often find lower prices on accommodation and more flexibility with bookings. Attractions are more relaxed, and it's easier to take your time without standing in long lines or navigating heavy foot traffic. It's also a good time for city exploration. Places like Bergen and Ålesund start buzzing again as cafes open their outdoor seating, locals enjoy the fresh air, and harbour areas become more lively. In the north, the snow stays longer, so you can still catch some winter charm while enjoying warmer temperatures. If you're looking for a balanced time to travel, when the land is alive yet the pace is calm, spring offers the best of both. Summer, hiking, cruises, city life. Norway in summer feels like a celebration of light and life. From June through August, days stretch endlessly, especially above the Arctic Circle, where the midnight sun keeps the sky bright for nearly 24 hours. This season is ideal for those who want to see Norway at its most active. It's when fjord cruises are in full swing, taking visitors through stunning routes, like Fjord and Nærøyfjord, surrounded by waterfalls and steep cliffs. Hiking is also at its best. Trails in Jotunheimen, Lofoten, and Bergen Ridge are open and accessible, with views that make every step worth the effort. If you're not into intense hiking, scenic drives like the Atlantic Road or Flam Railway offer breathtaking sights with minimal effort. Cities come alive too. Oslo hosts outdoor concerts, food festivals, and harbour tours. Bergen becomes a hub for seafood lovers and cultural events. Even smaller towns, like Andalsnes or Røros, host summer fairs and gatherings. This is the season to enjoy nature, local culture, and social events all in one trip. Accommodations may be more expensive and attractions busier, but the access to open-air adventures, clear skies, and full itineraries make summer the top choice for many visitors. Fall, foliage, and quiet fjords. Autumn in Norway brings peace, colour, and a slower rhythm. From September to November, the forests and mountains put on a show, trees turning shades of gold, rust, and amber. It's a favourite time for photographers and hikers who prefer mild weather and fewer people. In the fjord regions, places like Hardanger and Sognefjord become more tranquil with reflective, Waters and cozy stays in guest houses or lodges. The cooler air brings clarity to the sky, making this one of the best off-season times for scenic road trips. Mountain passes like Trollstigen stay open early in the fall, offering striking views before snowfall returns. In the cities, fall brings cultural energy. Museums offer seasonal exhibits, local restaurants switch to warm dishes, and game meets and festivals around food, music, and history start popping up. Autumn also marks the start of Northern Lights season, especially from late September onward in the north. With shorter days and darker skies returning, your chances of seeing the lights again increase. Fall is for those who enjoy a quieter atmosphere, less about rush, more about reflection. It's a season where nature slows down and invites you to do the same. Top 12 destinations in Norway. Number 12, Senja Island. Dramatic cliffs, coastal trails. Located in northern Norway, Senja Island is often called the country's best-kept secret. It's the second largest island in Norway, yet many travelers still overlook it for more popular places like the Lofoten Islands. That's a mistake. Senja offers landscapes that are just as powerful: rugged coastlines, towering peaks, deep fjords, and far fewer crowds. The island feels untouched, with nature dominating every corner. Quick facts: location, Troms region, northern Norway. And best access, fly into Bardufoss or Tromsø, then drive. Best time to visit, June-September for hiking, October-March for northern lights. Known for hiking, dramatic viewpoints, fjord roads. Highlights: Senja's national tourist route is a coastal drive that gives you panoramic views around every bend. Stops like Tungeneset and Bergsbotten offer platforms to view the mountains meeting the sea. Segla Mountain is the island's most iconic hike, with a narrow peak and dramatic drop-offs, a magnet for photographers. At the village of Husøy, built entirely on a small rocky island, you'll see how life clings to the edge of nature. Beaches like Fjords give you soft sand with snowy peaks in the backdrop. Tips: Senja works best as a road trip destination. Rent a car, pack layers, and stay in local cabins. There's little public transport here, but that adds to the freedom. Nights are dark and perfect for aurora hunting, especially in winter. Bring snacks and supplies. Shops can be spaced far apart. If you're after remote adventure, Senja is unmatched. Number 11, the Atlantic Road. Iconic bridges and stormy beauty. The Atlantic Road isn't just a route, it's an experience. Stretching across the sea in western Norway, this 8.3-kilometer drive leaps from island to island on a series of arched bridges. Built close to the ocean, it delivers a rare combination of engineering and nature. On stormy days, waves crash over the road itself, turning a simple drive into something unforgettable. Quick facts: location, Moore, OG, Romsdal County. Best access, drive from Molde or Kristiansund. Best time, May-October for safe driving. Known for oceanfront road, storm watching, scenic photo spots. Highlights: the most famous bridge, Storseisundet, bends like a wave and creates the illusion of a road that drops into the ocean. Along the route, you'll find fishing piers, scenic rest stops and picnic areas. The surrounding waters are often filled with seabirds and occasionally seals. Some visitors come here just to park and watch the sea rage during bad weather. It's a raw display of nature. Tips: time your visit around weather forecasts. Clear days are great for drone footage, but stormy days show off the route's wild charm. Stay overnight in Averøy or Karvag to catch sunrise or sunset lighting. Don't rush. It's short, but packed with scenic pauses. This road is a bucket list drive, especially if you enjoy off-the-beaten-path adventures. Number 10, Rondane National Park, Norway's oldest park. Rondane National Park is a place where serenity and altitude meet. Established in 1962, it's Norway's oldest national park and a favorite among locals for hiking and nature escapes. Its broad valleys, alpine plateaus, and rounded peaks give it a quiet grandeur. You won't find massive crowds or overbuilt attractions. This is nature at its most peaceful. Quick facts and location: Innlandet County, eastern Norway. Best access, train to Otter, then bus or car. At best time, June-September for hiking, October for fall colors. Are known for high-altitude hiking, moose spotting, remote cabins. Highlights: the park features 10 peaks over 2,000 meters, including Rondeslottet, the tallest. Trails are well marked and range from family-friendly walks to full-day climbs. Wildlife is part of the experience. Moose and reindeer roam freely, especially in early mornings. The Doralsetter to Bjornholja Trail offers some of the best panoramic views, with river crossings and mountain backdrops. In fall, the moss and birch forests turn orange and gold, making it a top spot for photographers. Tips: pack food and water. Amenities are limited once you're on the trail. Most hikers stay in Norwegian Trekking Association (DNT) huts, which offer basic but cozy shelter. Book ahead in high season. Even in summer, nights are cool, so bring warm gear. Rondane is for travelers who want silence, nature, and long walks with big payoffs. Number 9. Henningsvær, fishing village with a scenic soccer field. Henningsvær is a small fishing village in the Lofoten Islands, but its setting is anything but small. Built on several islands and linked by bridges, the town is surrounded by jagged peaks and deep blue waters. What puts it on the map for many? The iconic Henningsvær football field, perched on a rocky islet, often dubbed the most scenic soccer field in the world. Quick facts. Location: Lofoten Islands, Nordland County. At best access, fly to Leknes, drive to Henningsvær. Best time, May-September for mild weather. And known for fishing harbor, art galleries, remote soccer field. Highlights: aside from the famous field, Henningsvær is a blend of old and new. You'll find traditional fishermen's cabins, råbua, next to trendy art galleries and coffee shops. The harbor bustles with boats bringing in fresh cod, especially during winter's skrei season. Outdoor lovers can go kayaking or climbing, while others just stroll the wooden piers and enjoy the slow pace. The views are constant: mountains, ocean, sky, repeat. Tips: book lodging early. Henningsvær is tiny and fills up fast. Even if you're not into football, a walk to the field is a must. Try local dishes like stockfish at a harbor cafe. For the best photos, climb the nearby Festvagtind mountain. It's a short but steep hike, with unmatched views of the village below. Number 8. Nærøyfjord. UNESCO Nærøyfjord for kayaking. Nærøyfjord is often described as one of the most beautiful fjords in the world, and it lives up to that praise. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this fjord is narrow, steep, and utterly dramatic. Only 250 meters wide at its narrowest point, it feels more like a canyon than an open waterway. Quick facts. Location: Vestland County. And best access: train to Flam, then fjord cruise or kayak. At best time, May-September. Known for kayaking, scenic fjord cruises, waterfalls. Highlights: cruises through Nærøyfjord leave from Flam or Gudvangen, gliding past towering cliffs, hidden waterfalls and scattered farmhouses. You'll pass places like Bakanosi, where locals once hiked down cliffs just to fish or trade. For a more immersive experience, rent a kayak and paddle quietly through the still water. The echo of waterfalls and calls of birds will be your soundtrack. Tips: if you're not staying in Flam, book a Norway in a nutshell combo ticket, which covers scenic trains and cruises. Dress in layers, even summer mornings are cool. Arrive early to avoid the busloads of tourists that come midday. If you have a drone, this is one of the few fjords that allows limited flying. Check local rules. Whether from a boat or your own paddle, this is one of Norway's most visually rewarding places. Number 7. Stavanger. Colorful houses, access to Pulpit Rock. Stavanger is where charm and adrenaline meet. Located in southwestern Norway, it's a city rich in history, food and coastal culture, but it's also the gateway to Pulpit Rock, Preikestolen, one of the most visited natural viewpoints in Europe. Stavanger is not a place you just pass through. It's a destination that stands strong on its own. Quick facts. Location: Rogaland County. Best access: Stavanger Airport, SVG. And best time: May-September for hiking and city events. Known for historic harbour, pulpit rock, street art. Highlights the old town, Gamle Stavanger, features the largest cluster of wooden, white houses in northern Europe, lovingly preserved and still lived in. The harbour is active with cruises, seafood restaurants, and a rotating calendar of festivals. Art lovers can follow the Street Art Trail, a city-wide project that brought global muralists to Stavanger. But the real star is the hike to Pulpit Rock, a 4-kilometre trail ending in a flat cliff 600 metres above Nærøyfjord. The view from the edge feels endless. Tips: start the hike early to beat the rush and pack plenty of water. If you're not hiking, take a fjord cruise that passes under the cliff. Stavanger is also great for families, with interactive museums and beaches like Sola Strand. Public buses and ferries are reliable, making it easy to explore both urban and outdoor sides of the region. Number 6. Alta, Aurora Borealis and Sami culture. In far northern Norway, Alta gives visitors a deeper, more meaningful Arctic experience. While many rush to Tromsø, Alta offers fewer crowds, clear skies, and a strong connection to Sami traditions, the indigenous culture of northern Scandinavia. This is a place where local knowledge and raw nature combine to create something special. Quick facts. Location: Troms, OG Finnmark County. Best access: Alta Airport, Alf. At best time: November-March for northern lights. Known for aurora sightings, ice hotel, Sami culture. Highlights: Alta is considered one of the best places to see the northern lights, thanks to its stable inland climate and dark skies. You can watch from a riverside lodge or book a snowmobile tour into the wilderness. The Sorisniva Igloo Hotel, rebuilt every year from snow and ice, is a one-of-a-kind experience. Nearby, the Alta Museum showcases ancient rock carvings dating back 7,000 years. Sami-led tours offer insight into traditional reindeer herding, crafts, and storytelling. Tips: book Aurora tours on clear nights and don't rely on phone cameras. Bring one that handles low light. Dress for extreme cold. Alta is quieter than other Arctic towns, so it's ideal if you want less commercial and more connection. Try Sami dishes like bidos, reindeer stew, at local restaurants. Even in winter, this part of Norway feels warm with hospitality. Number 5. Røros, wooden mining town with winter charm. Røros feels like stepping back in time. This 17th century mining town has earned its place as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with narrow streets, timber houses, and a preserved layout that reflects Norway's industrial roots. It's more than a museum, though. It's a living town with modern comforts and deep traditions. Quick facts. Location: Trøndelag County. And best access: train from Trondheim. And best time: December-March for winter vibe, July for festivals. Are known for historic architecture, winter activities, artisan crafts. Highlights: Røros was once a copper mining hub, and its history is still visible in the smelter buildings and old worker cottages. The town is famous for its Christmas market and Rørosmartnen, a 5-day winter fair that draws thousands with sleigh rides, traditional food, and costumed parades. Shops sell hand-woven textiles, reindeer leather, and local ceramics. In summer, hiking and cycling trails explore the surrounding hills and lakes. Tips: dress warmly. Røros gets cold, even in early spring. Stay in guest houses that blend history with comfort. Try rakfisk or game meat at local restaurants. Walk slowly through the town center. Every building has a story. Røros is great for travelers who want culture and history in a peaceful, small-town setting. Number 4. Nordkapp, North Cape, the symbolic edge of Europe. Nordkapp, or the North Cape, is the northernmost point in mainland Europe accessible by car. Standing on the 300-meter cliff, overlooking the Barents Sea, you're at the edge of something both real and symbolic. Many travelers say this spot makes them feel small in the best way. Quick facts. Location: Majorøya Island, Tromsø, Finnmark. Best access: drive from Honningsvåg or take a tour. And best time: June-August, midnight sun, September, northern lights. Known for Globe Monument, sea cliffs, dramatic sky. Highlights: the North Cape Hall offers a visitor center with a cafe, exhibition hall, and cinema showing panoramic films of the Arctic. But the real highlight is outside. The iconic Globe Monument marks the edge, and travelers line up to take photos here. In summer, you can watch the midnight sun touch the sea without setting. In fall and early winter, you'll get dark skies perfect for aurora displays. Reindeer often roam nearby, adding to the wild feel of the place. Tips: the weather here changes quickly. Bring windproof layers. Arrive early or late in the day to avoid tour bus crowds. Stay overnight in Honningsvåg to explore nearby fishing villages and viewpoints. If driving in winter, be aware of road closures due to snow. Number 3. Bergen Ridge Hike, Two-Lake Ridge Trail. The Bergen Ridge Hike is one of Norway's most famous mountain hikes, and for good reason. It offers a dramatic contrast between two lakes, one emerald green, the other deep blue, sitting at different elevations on either side of the trail. The views are surreal, and the challenge is well worth the effort. Quick facts. Location: Jotunheimen National Park. And best access, bus or car, from Oslo to Gendesheim. Best time, June-September. Known for unique lake views, ridgeline hiking, bucket list trail. Highlights: the trail starts with a ferry ride across Lake Gende, dropping hikers at Memorubu, where the hike begins. Over the next 13 kilometers, you'll climb high above the lakes, walk a narrow ridge with drop-offs, and descend back to the lodge at Gendesheim. Along the way, you'll get views of glaciers, valleys, and peaks. It's one of the few hikes where the landscape changes with every hour. Tips: wear solid hiking boots. The terrain includes loose stones and steep parts. Start early for good light and to avoid afternoon clouds. The trail takes 6 to 8 hours, depending on pace. Bring snacks, water, and wind-resistant gear. The lodge at the end offers hot meals and a place to rest. This is not for casual walkers, but if you're fit and want unforgettable scenery, Bergen delivers. Number 2. Bergen, Bergen District, Fjord Gateway. Bergen is where Norway's coastal culture shines brightest. Once a major port of the Hanseatic League, it's now a lively city surrounded by mountains and waterways. It's the perfect blend of access, history, and day trip potential. Quick facts and location: Vestland County. Best access: Bergen Airport, BGO. Best time: May-September. And known for Bergen Wharf, seafood markets, fjord tours. Highlights: the colorful wooden houses of Bergen are Bergen's signature landmark and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Nearby, the fish market buzzes with fresh seafood stalls and local snacks. The Fløibanen funicular takes you to Mount Fløyen for sweeping city views and hiking trails. Bergen is also a jumping-off point for fjord cruises, especially into Nærøyfjord and Hardangerfjord. Tips: Bergen gets frequent rain. Carry a lightweight rain jacket. Use the Bergen card for discounts on museums and transport. Spend time walking, not rushing. The side alleys and harbour front are full of charm. Book fjord tours in advance, especially during summer weekends. Bergen gives you both city life and nature within arm's reach. Number 1. Geirangerfjord, waterfalls and UNESCO fjord. At the top of the list is Geirangerfjord, Norway's most iconic fjord. This deep blue waterway, surrounded by towering cliffs and dozens of waterfalls, has earned its UNESCO status for a reason. It's raw, grand, and completely unforgettable. Quick facts. Location: More OG Romsdal County. And best access: drive or cruise to Geiranger village. Best time: May-September. Known for Seven Sisters Waterfall, fjord boat tours, mountain viewpoints. Highlights: take a fjord cruise to see waterfalls like the Seven Sisters and the Suter, which cascade down opposite cliffs. Rent a kayak for a closer view or ride the Eagle Road for a winding drive with heart-stopping views. The Flydalsjuve viewpoint is one of the best photo spots in the country. Villages are few, but Geiranger is charming, with cafes and souvenir shops nestled below massive cliffs. Tips: visit early in the day to avoid cruise ship crowds. Stay overnight if you want peace. Sunsets here are stunning. For photographers, a zoom lens helps capture the vertical scale. The area is remote, so fuel up before driving in. Whether you arrive by road or water, Nærøyfjord leaves a lasting impression. You've seen Norway's top 12 destinations, from rugged cliffs to icy skies, from cultural towns to soaring hikes. Now it's your turn. Which spot would you choose for your first Norway trip? Let us know in the comments below. Your answer might help another traveler decide where to start their own journey. And don't forget to hit like if you're enjoying this guide. We have more coming soon. Hidden gems in Norway.